Hello.
Hello, Sir Felix.
Yes, please, Madam Dinah.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you
Amen.
so much. Thank you so much.
God
Without
bless
wasting my time, I know you have so many things to do, and you just have an hour with us. I appreciate that. Um, I'll just commit the platform into God's hands. Father, into your hands, we commit this discussion. We pray that you take absolutely control over everything that we are going to discuss. Father, use Elder Felix to open doors, hidden things that we can't even explain, things that has been baffling our minds. We pray that you use him to be a blessing on this platform and the world in general. We thank you for the life of Sir Felix, and we thank you for today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining Diana's Diary. So, Diana's Diary is a platform, as you all know, is a platform that we build on people's experiences to be successful. That's the main reason why Diana's Diary is here. And by the grace of God, we have someone very special. You know, if you have been watching Diana's Diary, you know that I'm not joking with this day. I've got every notebook, my pen. I forgot that I need to let my child bring it. I've prepared my book, my pen, everything just to make notes. Elizabeth! Sorry, Sir Felix.
Don't
So,
worry.
yes, please, you need a book, you need a pen, all right?
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, getting this special man of God here, same as a finance coach by the grace of God. So I won't take much of his time. I will let him introduce himself to us. We are privileged to receive you, to have you on our platform, Sir Felix. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Dinah. Thank you so much. This is
Sir
a very
Felix,
great.
please, we can fra. Some people are saying I'm I Ghanaian. Me pamacho me ye Ghanaian here, but because it's not all of us that are Ghanaians that come here, so please, we will mix it. I'm
All
sorry.
right, that's fine. I get you. I get you. Right. So first of all, I just want to thank God for this opportunity to be here. I thank God so much. In fact, this is a very great privilege for me to be here. So I thank God. And first of all, after thanking God, I just want to thank you also, Madam Dinah. I've seen that my fathers has been here, Mr. Obinda Akon, Gossip 24, and it's so great. So many great people have also been on this platform. So coming to this platform is also a very great opportunity. I want to say thank you so much. It's a very great privilege. Thank you so much, and God bless you. And also, I want to thank all those who have joined. I can see 75 people have joined right now. That is so impressive. Thank you so much. In and out of the country, we want to say God bless you for joining. And I'm trusting God that after this interview, your financial life will change and there will be a tremendous change in your financial life. So, moving forward, my name is Elder Felix Apon. I am an elder of the Church of Pentecost, a financial coach, and then the minister for Heaven's Open Online Prayer Network, and also a content creator. So that is Elder Felix Apon for you. All right, I think let me add more as she's going to be with us very soon. So again, my name is Elder Felix Apon, an elder of the Church of Pentecost, and the founder and the leader of Heaven's Open Online Prayer Network. As a matter of fact, let me explain this because I said I'm a Pentecost elder. This is not an established ministry. This is not a church, but I still serve under the Church of Pentecost. So this is a prayer network where we connect people from all walks of life, a content creator and also a financial coach. So that is Elder Felix for you. Thank you so much, Madam Dinah. We can't hear you, Madam Dinah.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. I'm so sorry. So thank you, Sir Felix. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you. I know you are very young and you are doing tremendously well.
Thank you.
And Ghana is proud of you.
Thank
I
you.
was just Googling you, the testimonies I was watching and everything. We are very proud of you. I've been watching you for quite a long time. And when I emailed you, I was like, oh God, I hope that he will accept. And thank God that it was just like a click. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're
Today
welcome.
we are here on a topic. And this special topic that you brought, is very special to me.
Yeah.
Most of the people here in abroad, we are, going through a lot when it comes to where to save. I did a little bit about throwing a bit light on how, you know where to save, where
Okay.
you have to save is a problem. And the topic that everyone we are treating today is navigating Ghana's current investment, opportunities and risks
Yeah.
of investment strategies.
Yeah.
So, Sir Felix, I just want you to roll smoothly. You just, oh, yeah, be any trying.
So,
Be any trying. Yeah. Anyone that has any question, but please, if you just come on, kindly share this link to a friend, because it's very very important that they said you help a friend, to acquire something, not just to give the person money. So what to me a more obi adesua hunu bi a ebeboa no for long time very very important. Say obema nipa ne sika 1 cedi akodi obesa aba abegibiem. Inti me show ade we no japade kese. If you love anybody, your sister, your friend, please share this link. Please share this link and you will not regret it. Thank you very much. And follow Diana's diary when you come on. Thank you. Sir Felix.
all right. So tonight our focus is very simple. We'll be looking at some of the investment opportunities we have. I'll blend it with the tree. Make that tree
Yes,
Biafra.
please.
So when
Yes.
you're from Kwana, so please be paying
Yeah.
attention. So
Yeah.
we are looking at some of the investment opportunities we have. We also look at the risk involved. Every investment comes with a risk. So we are going to look at some of the risk involved in these investment opportunities. And also we'll be looking at some of the investment strategies. You cannot just invest. You need to have a strategy. Ultimately, that's how you investment about this strategy. So any investment that you want to venture in, any investment that you want to do, you need to know the strategies, the do's and don'ts, the clicks and knots in that particular investment. And because we are talking about investment, my focus will be on 5 different types of investment. We'll be talking about treasury bills, and we'll be talking about fixed deposit. We also talk about bonds. We'll be talking about mutual funds, and the most popular that I am most affiliated with is the stocks or shares. Yes. So we talk about treasury bills, fixed deposit, bonds, mutual funds, and stocks. And then these treasury bills, fixed deposit, bonds, and mutual funds, with the exception of the stocks, is very familiar in the Ghanaian community. Anytime you mention treasury bills, obi enim, the treasury bills is all about. Fixed deposit, obi enim. Bond, obi enim. Mutual fund, obi enim. But when it comes to the stocks, that is where most people are not really affiliated with. So treasury bills, me brashi honum kakra. Na fixed deposit, ma brashi honum kakra. Na bonds, na ma faso kakra. Na mutual funds, ma faso kakra. Ye wia na me de ma do suko akọ stocks dim. Because hona dodo na mo nhyɛ da nye familiar with. And that it will shock you that I have written some companies and their performance over the last 1 year. And when we get to the stocks, it will shock you. Just Farmok company has made an interest of 202%, or the company has grown 202%. What it means is that if you had invested in Farmok for the last 1 year, your money would have also grown by 202%. You get there. You get there very soon. So let's talk about treasury bills. We are just going to touch because most of you are familiar with treasury bills. Treasury bills. You better tap your home in. So if you have any question, please be writing down your questions. There will be an opportunity for you to ask your question as we move on. So, because the treasury bills are about there. Treasury bills adie bia wodu sika bo aban ne bosia anasa wodu sika ma aban no. So anytime you go to the bank to buy treasury bills, what you are doing is that you are buying securities from the government, or you are giving your money to the government aban no agi sika bi afiri honom na aban ni de adijuma. And with treasury bills it comes with fixed interest. It comes with fixed interest. So the treasury bills, we have 3 months, we have 6 months, and we have 1 year. So you can do 3 months of treasury bills, you can do 6 months of treasury bills, and you can do 1 year of treasury bills. And let me say this, majority of you knows that when it comes to treasury, Bank of Ghana and the rate in the baba. But what many people don't know is that even with the banks, the rate ubeko EcoBank no. Na ebia EcoBank treasury bills ebia be 11%. Ebia ubeko Car Bank na omo treasury bills 10%. It's the same, I mean, government treasury bills. So other than the what's banks, you know, omo interest in every, yes. Even though it will not be far from what Bank of Ghana is really giving or what most banks are really giving, but it really differs. We can't hear you. Please, can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just lift up your hands in the comment section. Let me see.
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, that's good. Okay, they said they can hear me. So what happens right now is the treasury bills, even right now, the banks varies, different banks. Now I'll tell you the reason why the bank varies. You know, GCB will go to, let's say, Bank of Ghana and say that we are investing so much or we are bringing so much money. So therefore, Bank of Ghana will say that, okay, the treasury bills, GCB is going to have, let's say, 12% or 13%. Maybe UMB will go to Bank of Ghana and Bank of Ghana will give them just 10%. So as it stands now, even the rate of treasury bills, it varies. So what happens is that you give your money to the government through different banks like GCB, EcoBank, and as a matter of fact, most of the banks in Ghana, they do treasury bills. If they have a treasury bill, they partially and say, "Oh, do see koma abaino na abaina GCK no." So GCK na 3 months ebia 5% no de be ma 6 months ebia be 8% no de be ma 1 year ebia 12% no de be ma. Now say you can say 5% o your treasury bill 3 months na ubenya 5% ye pa kire say 3 months ni nyina ye be ma 5% of usika no. Now usika no 5% ye sabe chemu 4 ye be chemu 4. Pay attention here because it's the quarter of the month of the year. Ye be chemu 4 into 5% in the crown. In actual sense, you check 5% in the 4 when you move back. So you can invest like, let's say 100,000 Ghana cedis in treasury bills. Maybe at the end of the year, we see 3 months in Zika when you're able to new 2,000 cedis, 100,000 Ghana cedis, simply because 5% in yasa chim the amount you move back. So that is treasury bills for 6 months, and so a 8% now being a bit chemum you know. If you are doing it for 6 months, you can say 8%, you be chemum you know. You divide it into 2. But when you say the 1 year is 12%, it means you are getting that 12%. When you say 1 year, you are getting 12%, you are getting that 12%. So that is treasury bills for you. You can do it at GCB, EcoBank, Car Bank, UMB. I mean, mention them. Most of the popular banks in Ghana. And you also have something we call the fixed deposit. Treasury bills, any fixed deposit. Because with the treasury bills, we do it with the Bank of Ghana through the various local banks we have. But about fixed deposit, they are fixed deposits in the year no banks in Kwa. Into Betimia GCB acquire fixed deposit. Ubetimia Car Bank acquire fixed deposit. You are doing it with the bank. Yene banks in Kwa neye. But treasury bills, the Usikano and Car Bank neho. Eco Bank of Ghana in the GCB so omo ye treasury bills na so omo usika enye GCB ho na bank treasury bills ne beka because oni aban no e na e wo san hyehyeye no nti ade e be Bank of Ghana betimi aka say omo gi GCB for license free omo nsam. It does not mean say usika na say and usika na yira because it's with the government. But for fixed deposit you are doing it with the bank. In some instances say bank ni gumpa wan hwa usika betimi ahye. That's fixed deposit. So when you go to Car Bank, when you go to EcoBank, when you go to GCB, when you go to mention them, UMB and the rest, and you are doing treasury fixed deposit with them, only banks. Now, for fixed deposit, it varies. I know of Car Bank. Car Bank to me a 1 month fixed deposit. No amount interest, the fixed interest. So it varies. Some companies or some banks will do it like as they do treasury bills, 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. Some banks also will do it, let's say 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. in that order. Now let's move to bond. So fixed deposit to also have a fixed interest. Fixed deposit and also fixed interest. It is only bank in the 3 months. 3 months the banks in 4%. Ubenya 4%. Now let's move to bonds. Now bonds so there be a treasury bills ne bra penny any bonds. Me and mama said ne bra penny any bonds. And bonds na it's treasury bills now. But bonds no a long-term investment. So treasury bill yeah no 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year bonds. No government it because or maybe about 5 years bond or 4 years bond. When you buy bonds, what is happening right now is your money is locked for 5 years. Your money is locked for 4 years. Your money is locked for 6 years, depending on what the government will give. That is bonds for you. Now, when you are buying a bond, the government will give you something we call coupon. Fixed deposit and our treasury bills, interest. Coupon and one is suffering interest. No? So the government will say for bonds, may ma'am be a 15% coupon, and I may ma'am 12% coupon. It is our year bonds. Now government nika to say be amount 12% coupon at the change and say the 50,000 Ghana cedis and a top bonds and a government no a year 5 years bond every year government never more 15% of usikano. Say a 12% coupon and so every year government be more 12% of usikano until say 5 years and a 4 years bond no ebeso. Esua na usikano almost the amount. Now pay attention here. So we 3 years bond and the government is saying the coupon is 20%. What it means that the first year you are going to get 20% of your money. The second year you are going to get 20% of your money. The third year you are going to get 20% of your money. And after the third year, we see 50,000 a year bonds. You know, government did amount. But coupon they pay it twice a year, half of the year. No more 10% amount. Not the following half of the year. Almost had the additional 10% amount. So that is bonds for you. Now let's go to mutual funds. When we say mutual funds, what we mean is that you don't want to buy shares. You don't want to buy treasury bills. You don't want to buy fixed deposit. You don't want to buy stocks. What you are doing is you are giving your money to fund managers for them to invest your money for you. In the case of mutual fund, the year patching and say, "Oh, sikebi." Now we see can 1% would be treasury bills and fixed deposit and bonds. Name mudu sike koma omo crockery say omuntu to sikani ye. No, so there are major treasury bills in Ghana here, but the most popular ones I normally recommend is from IC Liquidity Fund. That is from IC Securities. IC Liquidity Fund. And from year to date, from the 1st of January up to date, IC Liquidity Fund has done 5.64%. 5.64%. That is from the IC Liquidity Fund. And also a popular one is from Stanbic Cash Trust. That is from the Stanbic Bank. Year to date, almost 3.97. Year to date, 3.97. And the popular one is from Data Bank. That is the Data Bank. I'm looking at Data Bank M Fund or Data Bank N Fund 2. They've also made an interest from year to date. Make interest of 4.71%. 4.71%. That is a mutual fund. So you are giving your money to the fund managers for them to invest your money for you. And the last and final one, this is where my interest is. In fact, this is my line of concentration. This is where my focus is. This is where I want you to pay attention. This is where I want you to open your ears. All right. I nearly said hallelujah. All right. So let's talk about stocks. Stocks. Of late, there will be shares, MTN shares, GCB shares, and yada. Now, when we say stocks, what we mean is that it's the partial ownership of a company. Partial ownership of a company. You can say stocks and one yes, our friend shares, you know. In the case of stocks, it means a makoto shares in a particular company. Now, on the Ghana Stock Exchange, we have so many companies on the Ghana Stock Exchange. We have MTN, we have GCB, we have Casapreco, we have SIC, we have Intravenous Infusion, we have Clystone. We have so many companies on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Now, so what happens is that when you buy a share in a particular company, you are buying a part of the company, or let's say you are getting a percentage of the company. And it's a method shares or MTN for ye general meeting on beframe. Method shares or EcoBank for ye general meeting on beframe. But you see, with the stocks, it depends on the knowledge you have. Unim dia uwono. And now would be your research who say I was me investing in asimesi and as I was me investing in Bentin. Now let me shock you because of time. Let me shock you. Some of the companies I have here, I have MTN, GCB, EcoBank, SIC, FanMoc, Intravenous Infusion, and Clystone. Now, from today is 9th, right? That is 9th of August. So from last year 9th, 2025 of August, ABC and MTN company has grown 78%. MTN company has grown 78%. What it means is that if you had invested your money in MTN for the last 1 year, your money would have also grown by 78%. Until let's say you had invested like 10,000 Ghana cedis in MTN shares. Although 10,000 it tonching and neya meno say on first one when you 7,800. If you had invested 100,000 Ghana cedis, can it is kind of 1 billion. And neya meno say you see can kuta 780 million just 1 year in MTN shares. Now let me shock you further. EcoBank has grown from last year to 2025, 9th of August. ABC and EcoBank has grown on the Ghana Stock Exchange 342%. What it means is that if you had invested your money in EcoBank shares, let's say like 10,000 Ghana cedis, although 10,000 it on chain, and they are say on first one when you within 1 year, a year 342 million. Can it is that is 34,000 Ghana cedis. Now, GCB has also grown within the last 1 year. GCB had grown by 351%. Now, let me shock you further. SIC Insurance had also grown 360%. Can I shock you further? FanMoc has also grown 202%. In fact, let me shock you more further. There's a company on the Ghana Stock Exchange called Intravenous Infusion. Within the last 1 year, Intravenous Infusion had grown. Intravenous Infusion company, because Intravenous Infusion, the airport on so called hospital, the drip be so. I don't need Intravenous company no more. Yes, again. Grow 1,225. What it means is that if you had invested just 10,000 Ghana cedis within the last 1 year, although 10,000 it won't change, and they will see can 1.2 billion. In fact, the company on the Ghana Stock Exchange that has never reduced or has never come down is a popular company called Clystone or Clydestin. They are in the technological company. They provide technological services. The company had grown 4,970%. This is the reason why the Biamekachire UK for any US for any Abuchiri for any say. So usika biya the treasury bills ni fixed depositor. Mommy, you don't know what you are doing. Now I am not saying invest in that. I am giving you the blueprint. Do whatever you want with this knowledge. So all the 10,000 cedis per or shares for Clystone company anymore. And they are meno kase 10,000 cedis last year August year. And they are meno kase usika nko ekuta 4.9 billion. Or the 10,000 cedi 100 million. As soon as I have 1.6 million. You can record me. You can send it to anywhere. Now I don't know how I can share my screen and camera. The company had grown 4,900. Now imagine if you had invested 100,000 Ghana cedis, of which that is something small for Madam Dinah. If you had invested just 100,000 Ghana cedis, can it is 1 billion? And ne ya me ne okase usike kutao 4,970,000 Ghana cedis into the 1 billion eto shares e wo Clystone mu a ene me ne okase usika nko ekutao 40 billion usika ekutao 40 billion 970 million 970,000 who sika ne bompo 970,000 ebe that's no ebe 9.7 billion.
Hey, wow. Hey, Atetanioma. My goodness.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
This is
Now,
amazing.
Madam Diana, let me shock you. Last month, those I taught during stocks. One woman in the US, I think she's in is it Maryland? The woman is in Maryland. The woman was elder. Bidimsika acquired treasury bills. My mommy sister in the day. I even told my student this last month. That was no a June class, July class near and the year. Me chile class we my minister elder. Se men who said we dia many treasury bills. As I'm speaking to you now, my invite I invested 5,500,000 Ghana cedis in 3 stocks: MTN, GCB, and Casaprecon. 5 billion and all the other shares. Me can say, Mama, oh dear, I feel crown was into the 50,000. I say, there be elder, I know what I am doing. That's how I'm speaking to you now. So if you are to ask me, in Ghana here, treasury bill, fixed deposit, bonds, mutual funds, and stocks, which of these investment will I recommend? On any platform, I have been invited to several churches and several places to teach them. Everywhere I go, I tell them it's stocks, provided you do your research. Now, pay attention. Stocks is not Binance. Stocks any crypto. Stocks is not forex trading. Stocks is a regulated system by the Security and Exchange Commission of Ghana and the Bank of Ghana. They said they are regulating treasury bill fixed deposit now. So if you want, even if you want to know where the Ghana Stock Exchange is, you go to City House in Accra, the fifth floor. I've been there myself. I think last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks, I was there myself. Uko City House, Accra. The fifth floor, you can just walk in. You go with your Ghana card, they will do some security checks. In fact, the security is very tight. The fifth floor, you can just go to Ghana Stock Exchange, have conversations with them. So stock is a regulated system. Ni nyina ne say obey your research. Na wo hu company kura, obe invest on any day at any time. I will encourage you, if you're investing, don't forget about stocks investment. I'll end here. If there is any question, Madam Dinah, if you want to ask me.
Elder Felix, we are all coming to join your class, your private class. Hey, please, if you've just joined the INS Diary, we are speaking with Elder Felix, who is a financial coach. So the INS Diary, we build on people's experiences, and by the grace of God, we have Sir Felix with us, teaching us what we can use our money for. Hey, please follow the INS Diary right now and follow Sir Felix. We are all going to join his class. I think we'll put the details at the end, so don't go, please. This is a must stay on. A must stay on section, okay? People pay to go. Class now, they pay to go. By the grace of God, favor has found us. And then the free. He has given us statistics. Just so we join statistics now. Wait, me repost you. If you didn't come live, you've lost. I'm not reposting this. I'm only sharing it. If you come on live, God bless you so much. Please join the INS Diary. This is the time for questions, okay? I know, sir, a lot of you sent me questions backstage, and I'll read some of the questions to our dear elder. People were really looking forward to this. So I got some questions. I'll share it whilst others also. If you want to also speak, kindly request and I'll let you come on. Yeah, thank you all those that are joining the INS Diary. Thank you so much. Here is a place that we just bring speakers to come and encourage us, to come and inspire us, to come and empower us, so you are not lost. All right. So Sir Felix, I've got one question from a lady. I think I got 4 questions. One is all right. Let me just go on here. I'll say, how can an ordinary Ghanaian with limited income and capital start investing wisely without falling into a trap of quick money scams or schemes, unnecessary debt or investment they don't understand? We into question way dear Mr. Wa so wait to me ano amanamania.
All right. So first of all, before I answer your question, let me first explain your question in tree. That be our more monty tree no. Ebete the American accent.
Yes.
So the all part you know say ebeye den obi o Ghana. A o sika kakra bi ani sika ne no so. Obetumi invest in sika ne yie. A ni sika ne nsi omoka. Anase sika ne mfa bia. Adam Dinah Pacho sa na tie.
Or say ordinary Ghanaian say ebia or ye Ghana ni but onto Ghana.
Ebia onto Ghana, okay.
Inti how can an ordinary Ghanaian, because ebia or Ghana citizenship, but our from inti then obetimi aye that's other than that every statement you've mentioned is correct.
Okay, so when I was coming, I came with this book. It's called Money Laws by Pabna Obindakun. He has been on your page before.
Yeah, my daddy.
So, money laws. Now let me show you something here. Before I answer your question, I have something here called. Come again.
Me will book nibi.
Who will book nibi? Good. So the first law for money is what we call the financial knowledge. Now, before you invest in anything, even the stocks I am talking about right now, some people had invested in stocks and maybe they've lost their money, others in mutual funds, and they've lost. In fact, every investment has a risk. I will say what you see. Investment be a risk. And before you invest in something, because the questions may be many, I would want to answer it very, very short. Because every investment has a risk, you need to understand what you are doing. And as a matter of fact, your financial status right now depends or is proportionate to your financial knowledge, the knowledge you have. So if you are going to invest in something, whether you're in Ghana, whether you're outside Ghana, and your knowledge in that thing is not enough, or you've not gathered enough momentum, or if not gather enough knowledge in what you want to do, even in treasury bills, fixed deposits, so anytime you're investing in something, first of all, I'll first talk about financial knowledge. You need to understand what you are doing. Say treasury bills, say 5% no mu chemu fo a say na bosumi miensa ne nko na wie ubenya. So once you have knowledge about that particular thing, there is no way you lose your money. There is no way you can lose your money. There are some people, the reason why they lose their money in forex trading, in Binance, maybe in stocks, in mutual funds, and the rest is that they don't have any knowledge in what they are doing. Most of you realize but because I have gathered enough knowledge in it, I am just giving it like that. So anytime there was no way you can miss that particular thing. So that is number one. That's what I want to talk about. Financial knowledge. You need to understand. And also you also need to seek advice from financial advisors. There are some of the things after the knowledge you've gathered yourself, you still need to ask questions. That is the reason why we are having this particular interview. The more you ask questions, you get to know about what you are about to commit yourself to. And when you say treasury bills in the same tier, stocks in the same tier, you ask more questions, you join forums, you join interviews like this, and we answer your questions. It gives you more understanding on what you want to do. So one, financial knowledge. Two, joining of interviewing forums and other things, or seeking advice from, financial advisors or maybe financial coach. And I think by so doing, it shouldn't be much difficult for you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So right now you've spoken about stocks, which I'm very, very happy about, because I knew a little, but researching into farm milk and all this that you've told me, honestly, I'm so grateful. But Yanshan say Obia or Juma. Yeah, okay. This question, imagine someone tells you no. I don't want to give you that question. Okay. Obia or Juma. Bani pano ye juma or the nisikano etia rent. The person used the money for so many things, but so many onishe. Let me say it in English. Imagine a young Ghanaian earning like 5,000 Ghana a month. After rent, food, school fees, and family responsibilities, they feel there's nothing left to invest. They keep saying, when I have enough money, I will start. What would you tell that person? Where should they begin? And what financial mindset should they have or change?
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Now, let me say this. Your mindset is very, very important and very, very powerful when it comes to investment. One of the things you need to work on is your mindset. The more you say to yourself, I don't have enough to invest, you will never have something to invest. A baby I will catch on say minisika be investing, now they are investing. You know, that is why we call it investment. It is not invest today and get your money tomorrow, or invest today and get the results tomorrow. No. You can start investment as low as 10 Ghana cedis. Now, when you want to do IC liquidity fund, their mutual fund, it starts with 10 cedis. If you want to do Stanbic Cash Trust, it starts with 10 cedis. Data Bank M Fund, it starts with 10 cedis. And you know, some of the stocks, like MTN shares, one of their share cost just 7 Ghana cedis. 7 cedis. So you see, the more we say to ourselves that I don't have money, you will never get money. And one thing I also want to let you know is that it is not how much you have, even in investment or even financial knowledge, or when it comes to making financial gains, it is not about how much you get, it's about how much you keep. Now, so if Madam Dinah is making like 30,000 Ghana cedis and she is keeping 5,000 Ghana cedis at the end of the month, and I'm making 15,000 Ghana cedis, and I'm keeping 10,000 Ghana cedis at the end of the month, and we are all investing our money in a mutual fund, it's a matter of time. Give us 15 years. I'll surpass Madam Dinah maybe 20 times. Do you know the reason why? She has been making 30,000 Ghana cedis, but she's only keeping 5,000 Ghana cedis. I am making 15,000 Ghana cedis, but I am keeping 10,000 Ghana cedis. So any amount of money you are getting, one way or the other, you can save something. Now let me say something about my online ministry I do. I say this to the glory of God, that there has never been a day that we are done with service, and I say that I'll see a TV, I'll see a light bill, I'll see me 2 hours of worker, I'll see a two-way, I'll see me two-way, I will not save any. I mean, even if it is something little, I'll make sure that out of that little, I'll save something. So we a student, and even if your parents are giving you 500 Ghana cedis a month, my dear, it is not enough. Even if they are giving you 1,000 cedis, it's still not enough. Even if they are giving you 2,000, it's still not enough. It's your mindset that you need to position. Now say 500 cedi kura, the 30 cedi be and a 40 cedi be able to baby. Then you position your mind that this 30 cedis, this 40 cedis, I will never touch it. If you say to yourself, say the minyani di yeswa, a chromanum obie no munye sika maneson. Even Elon Musk, sika owo bebrebe was say ye juma piska. So nobody has to satisfaction. So whatever you get, please position your mind that even the little you are getting, you save at least, let's say 10% or 20% will go into investment. So whatever you are getting, please, what I'll say is that try to say at least 10 or 15 or 20% into your investment account. That's what I'll talk about for now.
Sir Felix, I really appreciate what your submission. It's very, very important because I quite remember, Opa Krom has said, yeah, there's responsibility. A lot of people from also, I was in a warehouse because you need to pay those money and all that. But I like what you just mentioned, said, because there's no way you can't say, making 100 Ghana and I say pounds, because you are making money to go and look after your sisters and your siblings. And it is very, very important that we don't give excuses that sikanebaya na asami nyebinto ho is the mindset, please. Sir Felix has really, really elaborated on that, and I can't stress it enough. We have responsibilities back home, but please, it's very, very important that you save for your future, for your life, for yourself. Yeah, Mr. Moa. The questions are not coming. Maybe more questions, baby. Like I told you,
some of them has requested. I think if you can pick them, if you want to join, just request and Madam Dinah will pick you. Then you ask your question briefly.
Oh, all right. I can't see it from my end. Please, if you want to ask any question, kindly request. Send a request and I'll put you on. Please, how do we buy the shares after we have decided on the company to invest in? Oh, okay. So Felix, someone is asking, I think Joyce Greets.
Okay.
She's asking, say, after Yahoo, the company that you've mentioned, we want to invest with them. Now, how do we go about it? How do we start?
All right. So if you want to invest in stocks, whether you're in Ghana or outside Ghana, for example, if you want to invest in GCB shares, MTN shares, you cannot walk to MTN office that you want to buy MTN shares. It doesn't work like that. You cannot walk into GCB office or GCB bank that you want to buy shares. It doesn't work like that. Now, if you want to buy shares in Ghana, there are people, we call them licensed dealing members or licensed stockbrokers. They are 23. So when you go to the Ghana Stock Exchange website, the trading side, we have dealing members, licensed dealing members or stockbrokers. We have 23 stockbrokers. Now, these stockbrokers include IC Securities, Black Star Brokerage, Tick Tree, Amber Securities, EDC from EcoBank, Data Bank Brokerage, SIC Brokerage, and many of them. So you need to get in touch with a licensed broker. When you get in touch with a licensed broker, you fill something we call KYC. Now, when you fill your KYC, the KYC simply means know your customer. When you fill your KYC, there's another form you also fill called the CSD. The CSD is the Central Security Depository. That's when you buy shares, when you buy treasury bills, when you buy bonds, it all goes to the Central Security Depository. So some of the stockbrokers, they use the registered CSD. So when you use the, for example, like I see what, after filling your KYC and your CSD and you are approved, you can use their app or you can just go to their office and start buying the shares. So if you want to buy shares, just get in touch with a licensed broker. But two of them are having apps. IC Securities, the most popular in Ghana, is having the IC What app, and the Black Star Brokerage is having the Black Star app. You can just download the apps, you fill your KYC. Once you are approved, you can start buying the shares. That's all. So the only thing you need to do is the 23 licensed brokers, pick one of them you want to work with them, fill your KYC, fill your CSD. Once you are approved, you can start buying the shares. So simple as that. Even if you're outside Ghana, just download the app, fill your details. Once you are approved, you start buying the shares. So simple.
Thank you very much. There's a gentleman who is also asking, I think Kevin, he's asking how can he transfer his shares, because you've mentioned shares that are yielding a lot and giving us dividend profits. So how can he transfer from one company to the other? Is it possible?
Like, do you mean how to transfer from a different stockbroker to a different stockbroker?
Yes, that's what he means.
All right. So if that is what he's trying to say, for example, let's say Data Bank, let's say Bank of Ghana, or maybe the Security and Exchange Commission of Ghana has taken their license. Once they are registered licensed broker or licensed dealing member, the Security and Exchange Commission of Ghana will just transfer your shares from that brokerage firm to a different brokerage firm. Like I see what, it me have a Black Star, from Black Star to I see what. And as a matter of fact, even right now, if you even want to transfer your shares from Black Star to IC what, you just need to contact IC and Black Star. You fill some forms and your shares will be transferred. So simple.
Thank you very much. Papa Emmanuel. Hello, Papa.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me,
Welcome
please?
to Diana's Diary.
Yeah, thank you very much. I've been following the program and it's very good. So Adam made mention of bonds and then stocks. So I want to find out what is the minimum amount one can use to buy the bonds in Ghana? That's my first question. And then my second question has to do with the stocks. Like someone asked, I do believe that with the minimum money that you earn, you'll be able to invest in any stocks, provided you've done your research, like Elder rightly said. So every month, at least you can just put up, even if it is 100 cedis, it is going to yield with time. Just give it a time and then. So I would like Elder to answer my first question, like the bonds. What is the minimum amount one can use to buy bonds in Ghana?
Thank you, Papa.
All right. Thank you so much. So for the current bonds that the government of Ghana has issued, the minimum amount is 50,000 Ghana cedis. The minimum amount is 50,000 Ghana cedis. And then you can go to GCB. You can go to GCB, you can go to Cowbank. There are several banks that do offers, but not all the banks. But GCB, EcoBank, and Cowbank will do. You can just go to them and you can just purchase the bonds. But the minimum amount for the bonds is 50 Ghana cedis with the current bond the government has issued right now. So that's it.
Thank you, Sir Felix. Onya Ofen. Hello, welcome to Diana's Diary.
Thank you very much. Elder, I'm Israel.
Amen.
May a member of your June master class.
Oh, June master class.
Without premium class,
What's our premium name? Amazing. Good.
My question is, who trust stock now? Who use the apps and will buy through a brokerage house? Which of them will you advise? In a sense, since in Miami, to me, operate my account, not already now old account to go take free. They have to go. I have to go back, and then I've started topping up the few shares that I had. God, I am outside Ghana and I'm in my breath. Me now. Into what of them will
Why can't you open? What's the challenge?
me drew baby me email and me bush must be a wrong email. But I have only one email that I use to operate. And that I'm contact our assistant no. Or your suburb but say what schedule near the admin to know. That is my challenge now.
Okay. Okay, so let me first tackle with the if using of the apps is good over going to their office, or maybe going to the office is good over the apps, and then I'll come to the email. Now, you need to understand that the 23 licensed brokers we have in Ghana now, only 2 of them are having apps. That is the Black Star brokerage with the Black Star app, and the IC Securities with the IC What app. Now, you need to understand that whatever information, whatever data you are putting on the app, it is not being stored on the app, but the app is just a system of transferring, or it's just a medium of transferring your information to their main system. And this home office, so you see app, no, is the same thing. I cannot say that when you go to their office is good than using the app, but because it's the same thing. It's the same system that is having all the data. So all of them are good. Who you sue app no, who you sue Okom office, so none of them is good than the other. Is good. And when your email is also not working, some of the possible reasons may be what they are typing, and how they are trying to will be. And at this time around, when we say me class now say now they register, maybe you've forgotten your password or something like that, or your email may not even be in existence, or maybe some mistakes in course of your inserting your emails. Is some of the possible reasons, but I think I need to check it after that. Don't send it through my assistant. I think after the class, get it through myself and let me see how best we can be of help to you. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I think there are some questions coming, but I'll go ahead with some of the questions I received from people. A quick one. I'll say, imagine someone has 100,000 Ghana and is offered 2 options. One investment promises a very high return within 6 months, whilst another is slower but backed by tangible assets and is more realistic returns over several years. Most people naturally want the first option. How should they evaluate the decision? And what would you say to someone who wants to become wealthy quickly?
All right, so this question I want to ask, is it in Ghana context based or in the world in general?
I think in the world in general.
All right.
And I am from Ghana.
Was Ghana
and benefit Ghana and some answer in both ways, if that's okay.
Sure. When I say come and invest in an investment opportunity, or let's say an investment, and within 6 months I am giving you, let's say 50% or 70% or maybe 100%, please be very careful. You see, the reason why many people lose their money is simply because they just follow the profit margin they are going to make. There is no investment here, as a matter of fact, with the exception of stocks. Even with the mutual funds we have in Ghana, no mutual fund had gone up 20% as of year to date. Mutual fund BNs are 20%. So you need to understand, say, anytime someone is promising a high returns, you should be very careful. That is what will attract you. Oh, 100,000 within 6 months, remember 50%, remember 80%. What I know, an investment that will give you that is in stocks. That's for stocks is very for sure. Within the last 4 or 5 years, MTN has been growing momentum, like the growth has been organic. So for stocks there, we can say, well, the current performance does not predict the future performance. We can make emphasis on that. However, for stocks, it is obvious that you can make that, even in a blue chip company like MTN, very obvious. But not any other investment like mutual funds and the rest. As I said, year to date, IC has made 5.64. Stanbic has made 3.97. And Data Bank has made 4.71. So even the mutual funds, even though they are giving high returns, but it's not that high returns. So if someone is calling you to invest in something within 6 months, please be very careful. Do your research. And the fact that it is also coming with high interest does not always mean that it is a bad investment. There are some opportunities you may get maybe once in your lifetime or maybe twice in your lifetime. So just do your research, and then you do the needful and you are good to go. Like in the world in general, I do not want to talk about it because I know much of Ghana. I don't know much of, let's say, Senegal. I don't know much of, let's say, Berlin. I don't know much of, let's say, UK. I don't know much of, let's say, Cote d'Ivoire. I don't know their current investment, whatever is happening there. So all I'll say is that do your due diligence, do your research, and then if you are much convinced, don't go with all your money. At least you can start with something small. So I do invest those from the ages of somewhere like 60 years and over that do want to invest in stocks, that they shouldn't put all their money in stocks because retirement, even the market can sometimes come down. So they should start it small. If you are starting any investment, don't go with all your money at once. Start small, understand what you are doing, and that is all. But be very careful. Investment should not promise high returns. And you said something that another investment option that is backed with asset. You know, anytime you are doing an investment, it is not a get rich scheme. You should know that it's a long-term investment. Into 6 months, you say for 100 million, near about 300 million. No, government of Ghana claim to me yes, treasury bills and bonds are not able to give that. So even anytime you be there, adebia or sugar coating West beyond, be very careful. Adebia at the beer, baby, as it will be entatia. Tiana, thank you very much.
Wow, thank you very much. Most of the time, that's what we always per quick, money. And thank for warning us. we will be very mindful. Thank you so much. As Christians, this question is a close friend. As Christians, also in pain brain when we or essentially show Japadia was so. And yes, and yes, I said so. And the question where you be sir. I'll say imagine a Christian entrepreneur, okay, becomes financially successful through property, business or investment. They can now afford much better lifestyle now. But at the same time, their church, family, and community have genuine needs. How should they determine what to keep, what to reinvest, what to give, and what to use to build a legacy? What does biblical worth, stewardship, actually looks like in practical?
All right, go over again for a question.
Okay. So I'll say, imagine a Christian entrepreneur becomes financially successful through property, business, and investment. So financially, you are successful through the business, through the investment, and now they can afford as much better lifestyle as possible. But now, the same time, their church and family community have genuine needs. So any family have genuine needs. How can such a person determine what to keep, what to reinvest, what to give to the church, and what to use to build a legacy? What does biblical worth, stewardship, actually looks like in practical?
All right, thank you so much. The question, it's a bold question, but I'll try my best. I'll try my best. One thing we need to understand as a Christian, unless you are not a Christian, whatever God gives to you, it is of much importance that God is giving to you. I have been saying this on Heaven's Open, that majority of the people that get money, I believe that sometimes God will assess them. And God will assess them in a way that as I give money to Kwabena, as I give money to Akosia, is he also going to make impact? Anything you get and it's not making impact, anything you get and it's not impacting the life of others, it is not of much importance. Anything you have and you are not impacting others with the knowledge you have. Now, Madam Dinah is organizing Dinah's Diary. I also have knowledge in finances. I'm sharing with you. If I decide to keep the knowledge alone, I am not making impact. And my knowledge now, I want to so and it's audio sika we japadi bi na we say me nko na me fa dia And yet, now, so you need to understand that as a Christian, there is a portion you must give to the church. That is what the Lord mandates us, what we call the tithe. So any money you get, 10% of your money goes into tithe. If your church does not believe that, fine. I am talking about some of us that do believe that. So 10% of your money will go into tithe. And as a matter of fact, you cannot leave your family alone. So also when you've made investment, you get an interest on your investment, you are well to do and stuff like that, and your money is not bringing benefit to your family. So your family should also benefit from your money. But this is where we do make a lot of mistake as Christians. We don't know what to give to the church. We don't know what to give to the family. We don't know what to keep as an emergency fund. We don't know what to invest. And we don't know what to give out. Now, for myself, let me tell you, every month, every money I get, there's money I have set apart. I have something I call my emergency fund. I do my emergency fund with a different bank through their mutual fund. I even mentioned it in the course of the mutual fund. I'll not repeat that anyway. I do that. And every month I set aside money for those who ask me money. I set aside some portion of my money. I know, because for the ministry, definitely will be yare. Also me here, so I put aside some money for that. And I also put aside my tithe. Well, I am not married, so I don't have family. I don't have any beer, so that's myself. So I put aside some for families and some for friends and those that will be asking for help. They will need help, and that's like, and also some for church as an elder of the church. Now, semi-target is, for example, I'll not mention that, but let's say if I target to give 1,000 Ghana cedis for those in need, that is the amount I am giving for those in need. Once I clock that amount, I am not giving anything again, unless I hear the voice of God that Felix, do this, I'll do that. If not, semi reach me 1,000 and I said the masetina, me fesika mobia. Sana ma sorry so minim sika me de bar for here. Unless again I hear the voice of God say, Felix, give this amount of money. I am not doing that. So you should know what you are keeping as an investment. You should know what you are keeping as savings. You should know what you are keeping or you are giving for friends. You should know what you are giving for the church. Sometimes we love God so much. A Christopher Bebre, Obi on my too generous. In 5,000 they put on man for na Sikabia Dino. So yes, I mean your home. If you are fan of giving money to people, Apostle Yusuf someone said, even giving should be guided by discretion. You should hear the voice of God. You should know what you are doing, not just about giving. So you should have a portion you give to the church as a Christian. If you're a Muslim, you go to your place, you should have a portion you give. You should have a portion. If you have a family, you should have a portion you'll be giving to them. And I believe that also it may not be every month though, but at least if you can do, just try and do that. And you should have a portion you save for emergency fund. You have a portion you save in maybe stocks or any other investment you are doing. But once you have that an agenda that this is what I am doing, you don't cross your line. That is where my point is. Any kind of cross your line. Say 1,000 cities na Madam Dina Bosumi be also the manifia. Say 1,000 cities in this one. Sika biya no ma o de manifie. Unless say ade na ban emergency. Say any emergency, you should not do that. I mean, by so doing, we can move according to the will of God. Say mama will be 1,000 cities and then ho chire no. Next no be bisa me 1,000 cities na me nya bia ma na me nya nipa boni ni. 1,000 na me de to ho no be abisa ma me de ama no. So me nya nipa boni ni. So we should know what we are supposed to apportion. And once we do that, finances, it goes by planning. Obinda go kind. Or say ohun baby or do sika to ka sem to emfa baby a obi emfa osika obi enyo osika. But if you are not planning, as I'm sitting right here, if you are to ask me how much I made last year, every single month, can be the amount of money I made the whole of last year, from the 1st of January, the amount of money I've made, how much I made last month, me the penny book, my printing every month, be amateur, me seek be amateur. Every money going out of me, I write it down. But if you don't know me, you feel like maybe I'm a pure giver like that. Every money going out of me, I plan. So if you're not planning, you lose your money. But as a matter of fact, as a Christian, you should learn how to give, because the principle of giving shows that the more you give, you also receive in returns.
Thank you very much. What I took here, the key point, if you are not planning, you lose a lot of money.
Sure.
And as Christians, we know that we have to give. There was a lady when I started Diana's Diary. She's a close friend, and she
Okay.
opened up to me and was saying, "Say, most of the time, and today I was even saying it before you were coming. Say, we are saying if you don't have purpose, you can't save. You can't save. You can't do anything. So you always have to have a DB at the Hunubisi when you said this is what I want to achieve." And from that on, by the grace of God, she couldn't even not also on to me save even £500 the whole year. Yeah,
A whole year.
the whole year, not even 500. There are people like that. Oh, Elder,
You don't need it. £500.
you see the question that I asked the first one. Say, otua rent, obe feeding and bar, obetua the light bill, obetua the water bill, I buying the phone, obetua obe you know, is the mindset. Say onyashe. By the time we had that conversation, I'm saying no. It's all about planning and making sure that say £100 na me to work. By the grace of God, last year she bought her first property. She's online.
Wow.
She wouldn't if say she's okay, she can even come on. And it's the mindset that you are telling us. And I have to give this testimony just to encourage somebody, because we are talking about, investment and a mindset and planning. And this question was from someone. Inti, I like the answer that you've given. It's all about your mindset, how you are planning. Say, no, I need to discipline myself. I need to discipline myself. And say me share the way me see kasem atari eto de hu hia enuane bi wo ho a Gucci wunya ndru Gucci. I don't buy Gucci. Me to way me ndru Gucci. Me nto Gucci. But I want to look good. You understand? Into no there's time for everything. Rent. To your renter ohobeso. You don't go and buy 3-bedroom house whereby you are single.
No.
And you are spending all the money on that. You can't save. And this girl is a testimony. Now she told me just yesterday, said, Diana, I've saved £10,000. Can you get me another? Yeah.
Amazing.
So Diana's Diary, we are really, really doing well with you speakers, because Obendako, by the grace of God, he came here and so many people tap into him. Now they are following him. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to follow you because you are doing so well. As a young gentleman, the inspiration you are giving to people, the empowerment, you are empowering a lot of people like us.
Thank you.
Elder Felix, you are doing well, young as you are. And Obi Etimia saved £10,000 because of Diana's Diary.
Wow.
Or because until we can do it. You have to plan. You have to cut some unnecessary expenses.
That's true.
And you may be here. Felix, you can't say your account. Then another person the train. Look at the stocks that you've been able to acquire. Please, let's all join Sir Felix class.
Sure.
And join Diana's Diary. Okay. Saturday, there's a gentleman that has dedicated himself. He's a lecturer that is helping our young children. Parents, he found it the way Sir Felix found us useful, and our vision, he's supporting us. Intimate Sir Felix time also. I'll take only one question. Please, if anybody has a question, Mr. Mumfam Branches, I media me questions, baby. Sir Felix, thank you so much. It's been a great section with you this evening. I can't dispute that fact. We can't pay you, but we are making best.
Yeah, that's it. Anytime you need me, just let me know. I'll make time. I mean, I'm so glad to be here. Anytime you need me, let me know.
Oh, thank you so much. So, family, Sir Felix has become one of those dedicated speakers. So now we have our marriage counselor. We have someone to help us with our investments, our savings, our money, to the glory of God. We have someone to help us with our kids. Wow. This is amazing. We thank God. We thank God. We thank God. Please, I'm waiting for one question. And yes, sir, I'll ask mine. Now, I must say Felix Ako because he has an engagement. He told me, Diana, I have an engagement. I need to go. Inti, please, you can request or just ask the question down if you are shy. Otherwise, maybe some idea. Just one more minute. All right, hi. I was not around and I heard something like MTN. Okay, there's one person. Let a person come on. Can you briefly say that again? I think I'll for your sake, I will repost it. Okay. Lady, is it Sam Danso? Hello, Sam Danso. You're welcome to Diana's Diary.
Thank you. Edda, good evening.
Good
Fine
evening.
Edda, may I baba
Za.
Nika do for no.
Okay, that's fine. Amazing.
Quick one. Edda, one can anything about foreign shares?
For yes.
Research about.
Okay.
Well, let me talk about it. Foreign stocks.
Oh, okay.
Let me talk about it. So, if you want to buy foreign stocks, yes, that is also possible. You can do that. If you're in Ghana, you can use something we call bamboo to buy foreign stocks. Yeah, you can use to buy foreign stocks and both Nigerian stocks. It's very, very popular. You can use it to buy that, and also you can use the Plus app. There's an app called the Plus app. Plus app. Yes, the logo of the app is P, with I think two small, something like that, and with the background is red. Yes, it's called the Plus Invest app. I have so many financial apps here. I don't know if I can show it to you. This is the Plus app. That's how it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use it to. It said you all fill your KYC now. Black Star IC. Just fill your KYC. Once you are approved, there's a section for US stocks you can buy, and the same Plus app you can use it to invest in IC what, Black Star and Data Bank. The same Plus app, very, very good, very, very good. You can do that, and also at the same time, the Black Star app. Once you have the Black Star app, you can also use that to buy some of the foreign stocks. Very, very good. We have the IC what, we have we have, I want to talk about Apple, we have Nvidia, we have a lot of them you can buy, Sandex and the rest. But we also have something we call the S&P 500, the index fund. I have a lot to share, but
Sam, thank you so much for asking this question. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we have something in the I think in the US, either US or the UK, they use Robinhood or Webull, and US they use Webull or Robinhood. I think if you're, I don't know, but I think the UK use Robinhood and US use Webull. So you can also use those are the brokerage firms. There are so many of them, and those are the brokerage firms. You can also use them to buy some of the stocks, the foreign stocks. You know, stocks in Tinema, Elon Musk, a movie from billionaire equal trillionaire. Stocks na NASA, a movie from trillionaire as I back to billionaire. Because after the IPO, stocks in a cost and no could do trillionaire. And now within some short period of time, stocks in the value as about from and as at about 600 billion. So it's now worth like 600 billion. So that is stocks for you. You can buy Apple, you can buy Nvidia. There are so and US stocks market or the New York Stock Exchange, that's how we call it, is the most liquid stocks in the whole world. Very, very liquid. Trust me. I have a lot to share when it comes to stocks. I mean, so much to see. My spirit will not allow me until I finish. So that is the US stocks for you. Who are Ghana bit me to be? Who US is bit me to be? It's very, very good. Myself, I do invest in the S&P 500. It's an index fund. S&P 500, which tracks the top 50 companies, 500 companies in the US. It's called S&P 500. So that is that. So we're Ghana Plus app, Black Star app, and Asa Bamboo. But for me, I recommend the Plus app and the Black Star because these are the Plus app. They are what we call it. Almighty say fund managers now, which is licensed by SEC. So they are in Ghana here. Black Star they are in Ghana here. But Bamboo is not in Ghana, it's in Nigeria. So BBC are how to follow up and coordinating to be a lot of issues. But so you Plus and Black Star now BBC they are within our territories. of which your money can be refunded to you. But of course, nothing will happen. That is the stocks market have been there for years. Nothing will happen. So that's it.
The last one. Matisse is Ghana second best
Stock exchange
stock
in the world.
in the world.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, very, very true.
Wow.
Very, very true. Very, very true. So that was last month. That was last month. A release was out that Ghana is the second best stock exchange. I think after Japan. Yeah. And then even the US stock exchange cannot be compared to Ghana stock exchange. The US stock exchange cannot even be compared. Looking at how the companies are performing, I don't know. Sir, of late, what is a man for cash shares stocks once a month because the profit Ghana stock exchange is making, not even the US stock exchange is making that profit. So that's the reason why a release came out that the Ghana stock exchange is the second best stock exchange in the world.
Wow, thank you so much, Sam. So it's about experience. I'm more than happy to share my experience. You know, when I was at Lagos, there was a stock broker, I think Commercial Bank, they were selling their stocks, and I went and bought. It wasn't even much.
Okay.
And I invested into it. By the time, I think 3 years time, I had the money to buy Chocho.
Wow.
Yes. With Commercial Bank. Into stocks there, to be honest with you, if you are patient, it's not about say, oh, koto stock na ya what's happening you sika it monitor into I want you to touch a little bit on it for people. Say stocks no. You say you man ya pay. And I said, do we have to for scanner to one you when you can save and can you touch on that bit as well, because
all right, so
a lot of people want to invest now or share. My little sister, the one Odimechino, she's into that kind of crypto near, you know. Oh yeah, no, I use get no, I risk no, she's no, but stocks no. Do we have to do it short term or long term? What's the best?
All right, so stocks investment is long term.
Thank you.
But it's long term. Now, Warren Buffett, the long-standing investor in the whole world, he said that the stocks market is a tool that takes money from the impatient to the patient. What is he trying to say? What it means is that if you invest in stocks, you wait for a very long period of time. When I say long period of time, it's not that long. Like the minimum is like 3 years. And the maximum is like 10 years or more, depending on your investment goal. Now, within the last 1 month, a company like Intravenous Infusion were up like 833%. If I can share my screen, company data is it will blow your mind. But the stock is now coming down. If you reach your investment goal, once you need to have a goal. Stocks and within 1 month, when you invest in Intravenous Infusion, I got through 833%. You can withdraw your money for whatever you want to use it for. But if you don't have some are also doing it for retirement, whatever the issue may be, fine. Now, I think in 2010, the market crashed in the US, and someone went to Warren Buffett, Buffett, you've lost a lot of money. And he said that I have not lost money. The fact that I have not withdrawn my money, I've not lost. That's why we call it paper money. Until you withdraw your money, you've not lost. So even when there is a market crash, your stocks or your shares remains the same. Until so I withdraw and will lose this guy. I getting me. But for stocks investment is a long term, at least a minimum of 3 months and at most 10 years or more, depending on your investment goal. But I'll say it's a long-term investment. That's what I'll say. My time is super fast spent. And I think let me spend like 2 minutes more. If there's anything to say, 2 minutes more, just 2 minutes, then I call it a day.
All right.
Elder, good evening.
We'll let Manny talk, then we call it.
Fine evening.
Elder, na treasury bill no. Uno mu eye adwuma cha obetimi ebusa loan.
What the meaning about treasury bill is what treasury bill so ultimately the ginaso loan. But treasury bill any are buying the fact that when a company so bank be na say continuously we are treasury bill we are using their system or their route for buying treasury bills or the bit or the be investment near their who here between the amount. But also TRC say who will scout treasury bill, for example, be 100,000. Now we have loan of be 80,000. Be some the amount because treasury bill na koka after the major even though we withdraw but unless or matter be but then on it on and not easy sir. TB or not on any easy sir. But then on a coca until you find a fixed what we call it interest, as a long-term investment, as a fixed investment. Would the year 1 year won't me withdraw until say 1 year now. Even though in some specific cases you can withdraw and not so much of which someone is willing to buy. Into no sometime we be here crown so wunya. In is a 1 year no so maybe I'll see cannot that sushi maybe episode ye I'll be to TB on edge so even if stocks crown no or shares ultimate those shares in so cra that's also possible as well. I think one day I'll say to me banana maybe my full tutorials on stocks because stocks there I really like it.
Say dear, so Diana's diary, Nyamiadum. Into please, if you haven't joined Diana's diary, this is opportunity. Please join Diana's diary now, because by the grace of God, but we are still going to Elder Felix section. We also have a prayer line.
It's 8:28. Sorry, 8:23 in Ghana. Exactly 9 p.m. Ghana time. I'll be live on TikTok. Latest by 9:10, I'll be live on TikTok. We're having 3 days revival. We are ending on Monday, and then every Tuesdays and Fridays I am live on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And if you want to join my stocks masterclass too, when you go to my page, I have my number in my bio. You can just send me a WhatsApp message. I'll give you the details necessary, and then you make your payment, and I'll add you to the class. That's all.
And Sir Felix, I want you to explain this. I think how many pages do you have on TikTok? Because I think some people are also using you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I think I've made a video on my page of which I've spoken about the fact that people are creating different pages in my name using the my page's name. I have only one page. Well, I have another account of which I use it for anytime I post video for repost, but I don't use it to text anybody. But the pages people have been creating is the page they've been using to text others. But that one is even called Minister Felix 3 or something like that. So any other page that you see Felix upon PNT, Felix upon Ministries, whatever it is, whether on Facebook, YouTube, Felix upon PNT, TikTok, Felix upon PNT, Facebook, Felix upon PNT. On TikTok, I have 1.6 million followers. On TikTok, I have 1.6 million followers. On YouTube, I have 9,200 subscribers. And on Facebook, I have like 54,000 followers. So that is that. If you don't see any of these numbers on these pages, it means I'm not the one behind those accounts. So please, let's note that one. And thank you so much for bringing this. I think it's very important that I say that.
Yeah. A lot of people just jump on this opportunity just to be duping others, because I got a message as well, and I'm like, no, I don't think. But one thing, yeah, a lot of people are not so knowledgeable. Or you just take advantage and just be chatting with the person. Into he's just one person. Into who the numbers are, that's who he is, and by the grace of God, he is changing lives. Thank you, Sir Felix.
You're welcome.
Coming on Diana's diary and also coming on board with us. Nyamisha, I know that it's the doing of the Lord. I appreciate you so much for all that you have done today for Diana's diary. We can't thank you enough. You have empowered people, and thank you. Thank you. For all of you, thank you so much for coming on Diana's diary, for increasing the numbers. Those that have joined Nyamisha, Sir Felix is coming every month, once a month.
Wow.
Once a month, and there's something special that is coming on in UK here on the 14th of November. Diana's diary is doing their live business investment and leadership, and by the grace of God, there's a surprise. You'll be amazed to see Elder Felix talking.
Let me add this. You said the program is on 14th.
14th of
Let
November.
me shock you that my birthday is also on the 15th. The 15th of November is my birthday.
Wow. Yeah. So by the grace of God, definitely Sir Felix will join us here.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you so
he will
much.
join
Thank you
us
so
here,
much.
and I want each and everyone to get their ticket. It's on Eventbrite. We've got a gentleman that has helped Diana Zari, myself, and my circle. Anybody that the lady that I was talking about, this gentleman has helped her secure her first investment. He's helping others building their investment portfolios.
Wow.
He is coming all the way from Dubai. All right.
Amazing.
He's coming all the way from Dubai. The room is full of entrepreneurs, doctors. The main motive of this is that we want to network, like the way our Bendako Ekatrayen. We are networking. Obia room Hobia has something to give to you. And you also have something to give to somebody.
Amazing.
That is why we are organizing this. And the most amazing thing is that there's going to be 3-course meal. Yebema break, yebe didi kakra. There's a forum interaction. There's a leadership, speaker as well. And that is my own Bishop Akwe. He just agreed to come on board to this section. Guys, amazing speakers. Sir Felix, by the grace of God, moving huno.
Thank you.
And there are great speakers. Everyone that is going to be in the room, Obia or born a home or Obia or that mindset said your can't no. Obia a visionary in the room. So there's going to be activities, there's going to be way to even lawyers there that can support you. There's going to be doctors in case you need help. There's going to be insurance companies that you can immediately register for your insurance. And it's just £50 for beverages, free, unlimited beverages. Then we have break to go and eat. Then we come back. Speakers will come. We will share ideas. You won't leave the room the same. You'll not leave the room the same. This is one of a kind. And I think this idea was given to me by God.
Amazing.
So yes, it's happening. Wonderful. We've done the deposit. It's a Sedgwick Hotel, a very beautiful hotel here in Northampton. Please just tell a friend to tell a friend. It's just we are aiming 50 people. May hit that 50. That's it, because I don't want a lot of numbers that we can't interact. I want it to be very effective. So if say when you're professional, you'll be able to add value in the room. Come on board. Just buy your ticket. Go on Diana's Diary. The link is there. Purchase your ticket and we'll see you. Sir Felix, we can't wait to see you here in UK.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to be there also.
Yes. And we'll celebrate your birthday in grand style.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Sir Felix, I just want you to do a jingle. When I called you and we spoke about we building on people experiences.
Okay.
How do you see the future of Diana's Diary? And when you heard of us, what was your impression?
So first of all, I want to say that I believe in the workings of the Lord Jesus and the workings of the Holy Spirit. The number in my bio is the number you took to reach out to me. And that is my business line. So as the man who came on the live said that he reached out to my personal assistant and then he could not. So the moment you sent me that message was in the morning when I was just replying the messages. 2 people are working on the same number, one gentleman and one female. So there's a higher chances that when you test me on that number, even though you see my recording, but I'm not the one responding to you. But it was so shocking that the very moment you sent the message, that was the moment I was on the phone. And immediately I saw the message. I think it didn't take up to 2 minutes. I responded to the message. Immediately I saw the message. The Lord touched my heart. I read everything and I felt like, I need to be here. And I'm telling you, with the people you've hosted and the fact that myself I've also been here, I promise you that within one of these days, I'm just going to shoot a video for Diana's Diary, make a video on my page, tell my followers to just give you a follow. And then I can promise you, once I do that, within a short period of time, you'll be reaching 10K followers. Very, very short. And
Thank you.
Yes. So what I am seeing is that by the mercies of God, Diana's Diary is going international. I'm telling you, it is going international, and this is also a prophecy because you have the favor of the Lord with you, Ma Diana. And then there's nobody you reach out to, the person will deny you. If they deny you, they don't know what they are denying because the presence of the Lord is with you. I see that in the few years to come, you'll be hosting greater men of God, greater people with greater knowledge and greater expertise that will be on the life to be a blessing. So, Hannah, follow Ma Diana, please give her a follow because we all need to be part of the motive and agenda. So that's what I see for now.
Thank you. Masenya prophecy cry. And I think you are the third person to say this. Yes. There was a time I nearly gave up because I'm a nurse, I've got 4 kids. I thought that is so, frustrating and you're not getting anything, but I get self-satisfaction. Like today, the things that you've come to share here, you'll be amazed the messages that will come to me that, oh, Diana, now I'm going into stock. I'm going to Ghana. Can I reach out to say Felix? And that's how the teachers, the marriage counselors, people will call me, oh, I nearly gave up my marriage. But Diana, thank you so much for bringing DY Don't Call on your platform. So these are the testimonies that I get. And I said, no, I don't have to give up. Even though I squeeze myself just to get to speak to you speakers. But I thank God that he's have that mercy and the grace and the strength on Diana's Diary. And thank you, please, Namisha was Felix.
Amen.
It's not the end, so I wouldn't say goodbye. So we see you again on Diana's Diary, and everyone is bye-bye for now. I'm sorry for wasting your time. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, that's fine.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate the love and the gifts and everything. Bye.
Bye.